Abby's notorious neighbor is Mr. Finch, who mows his lawn at 8 a.m. on weekdays. Such a rude person is obviously guilty of some sort of crime. Argo Funk Book Review, Argo Funk Book Review. This book was written by Ellen Miles. Abby is sick with bronchitis, so she has to spend a couple of weeks at home. She watches a TV show called Mystery Trackers. They talk about 3 criminals that are on the run. Abby thinks one of them looks familiar, but she's not sure who he looks like. Gee, could it be the new neighbor she was just talking about? Abby gets bored, so she uses her binoculars to spy on the neighbors. She realizes, oh no, Mr. Finch looks just like the criminal from TV. One of them, anyway. Abby's too sick to remember which one. He's probably the bank robber, or maybe the embezzler who abandoned his family. In the subplot, the kids are doing a go-kart challenge. Nicky Pike struggles to find a team, since his brothers won't let him join, and the girls won't either. Stacy and Mallory feel bad for Nicky, but they don't feel like doing any actual babysitting right now. So all they do is sit and watch while Nicky gets excluded. At a Babysitters Club meeting, Abby says her mystery is just like the movie Rear Window. It is. Mystery number 8 was also based on that movie, as is little sister number 111. Someone in Babysitters Club land must love that movie. Abby's friends don't believe Mr. Finch is a criminal. They think Abby's confused because she's too sick to remember basic information or stay awake for very long. It sounds to me like Abby really shouldn't be going to club meetings. Abby spies on Mr. Finch, and a chill goes up her spine when she sees something major. She calls Christy.
Well, he was in his kitchen eating dinner, I began. Oh my lord, how suspicious can you get? Interrupted Christy.
Sarcastic Christy is pretty funny in this book. Abby's big clue is that Mr. Finch has children's drawings on his fridge. He must be the criminal who abandoned his family. If that's true, why did he keep the pictures? It seems weird that he would keep obvious evidence of his family. At the same time, he's trying to hide the fact that he has a family. Abby calls the Mystery Trackers hotline. An enthusiastic intern tells Abby the criminal's name is Arthur McGuire from Iowa. She promises to send a tape of the episode. Abby gets Christy to check Mr. Finch's mail. The names don't match, but the general address does. He gets mail from Iowa. Abby figures he must be guilty because no innocent person would look vaguely like a criminal and get mail from Iowa. Claudia had a computer in her room in book 120. She doesn't have a computer in this book. Continuity. Claudia uses her sister's computer to check the internet. She checks 2 websites where you can type in anybody's name and you'll get a picture of that person and their address. Because obviously no 2 people in the world have the exact same name. Claudia discovers Mr. Finch does look a little bit like the criminal. Marianne babysits the Dowskis. They struggle making a go-kart, so they spy on the girls' team for ideas. When the girls' team spies on them, the boys panic and make a mess. I thought that was funny, and you know how Abby would react if somebody was spying on her? She would freak out! This is why she shouldn't be spying on other people. When the tape comes in, Abby's even more convinced Mr. Finch is the embezzler. They have similar taste in furniture, and the pictures on the fridge are a near-perfect match. The problem is that the pictures are too far away for Abby to see the names on them. She can't go outside for a closer look because that would ruin the mystery. Abby sees Mr. Finch burning photographs and a bank book. You'd think he would destroy all the evidence of his crimes right away, instead of waiting over a year to do it in full view of his neighbors. But no, I guess Mr. Finch is not a smart criminal. Abby calls the Mystery Trackers hotline again, and the Iowa police agree to investigate. So it's case closed. All Abby has to do now is sit back and wait for the police to arrest Mr. Finch. But the book would be boring if Abby did nothing, so she copies the movie Rear Window again. Abby lures Mr. Finch out of the house with a fake phone call so Christy can snoop outside his house. Christy confirms the pictures on the fridge are a match, and she gets the half-burned photographs from the trash. Christy almost gets caught when Mr. Finch returns home unexpectedly, but Abby distracts Mr. Finch with another phone call. As you would expect, the go-karting race is a success. The winners are the Cormans, who are surprise contestants. Surprise to everyone but Abby, who was spying on them all week. I wonder why she didn't accuse them of being secret criminals. Sometime later, Abby sees Mr. Finch loading his car with suitcases. Oh no, he's trying to escape town! Why, though? Is there a reason for him to stage a big escape? As far as he knows, nobody has any clue he's a criminal. Luckily, the police show up in time to arrest Mr. Finch. Abby gets many congratulations for spying on her neighbors and invading their privacy. The end. Post-book follow-up. I'm surprised how much I like this book. Abby doesn't do a whole lot besides look out the window, but her narration and excitement keep things interesting. Christie's skepticism about the case makes for a nice contrast to Abby. I want to watch the movie Rear Window now, so I can see exactly how much was taken from the movie. I hope the book isn't just copying the movie scene for scene. If it is, that might explain some of the weird choices Mr. Finch made. If he is a criminal on the run, it makes no sense for him to keep so much evidence about his true identity, and it makes no sense for him to purposely draw attention to himself with lawn mowing. The go-karting subplot was good. It's got 4 different storylines, making it far more complex than the average subplot. It was appropriate that one of the storylines was about spying on people. Overall, this was good for a somewhat comedic mystery. It's a change of pace to have a mystery without a bunch of suspects, and with no real crimes committed, besides for the embezzlement last year. I thought it was a fun read. I give Babysitter's Club mystery number 35, Abby and the Notorious Neighbor, an 8 out of 10.